Alright, I wasn't planning on doing this video or even recording at all today, so it's probably going to be very, very, very short. I'm working on another project, but that I won't finish for quite a while, but you know, you will be seeing it eventually. But because it is kind of going to be a while until I get around to doing that, like, full video, because it's going to take me a bit to work on the project. Anyway, whatever. I'm making another tail, okay? I'm making, a bluey tail back there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I wanted to show you, just in case, you know, you didn't know how to. This doesn't have to do with like making a tail or anything. It just, you know, if you didn't know how to braid or anything and, you know, you needed to see how to do it, I wanted to kind of show you how to do it real quick. Again, I wasn't planning on doing this video at all. I just wanted to show real quick, just, you know, in case you wanted to know how to do it, and having a specific video on how to braid it, braid in general, but this is with yarn, obviously, might be helpful. So hopefully it is, I don't know. But yeah, so for the tail, I always figure that I can cut it shorter when I get there. So I have a lot of yarn here, very long yarn, because I'm gonna braid it. And then that makes it shorter, obviously. I have like 50, I think. I lost count, kind of. But I think I have 50, like, strands of yarn and then folded over, so it equals 100 total. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And then at the middle of, like, so they're both the same length, both sides. At the top, I just tied it together with a piece of string, or a piece of yarn that I had laying over, that I cut from, I cut it from another project that I'm working on. It's right here. I'm still working on the pillow that I'm knitting. So yeah, it's gonna be a while till I finish that. That goes with the blanket that's on my bed that I showed. I do a lot of things at once. So anyway, that's what that little piece of yarn is from. So I tied it with that just in the middle to keep it so that I know where the middle is, so that both ends will stay even. The best way to show you this, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to do it from your, like, perspective, so, like, it's not, like, you know, front on. I'm gonna try and show you how to do it from that perspective. So what you need to start is the 3 separate sections for braiding. So try and make 3 sections as even as you can with the amounts of yarn. Just, like, it doesn't have to be perfectly even amount per section, but, you know, try and make it somewhat even. So there, I have 3 sections. Hopefully you can see okay. Again, it's gonna be a little bit tricky for me here because I don't have, one second, I need to kill a bug. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, I had to get the buggy. Don't want those in my room. Yeah, so you have the 3 sections. Hopefully you can see them all. Again, it's gonna be very, very tricky because I don't have those, like, top-down angles or anything. I just, you know, have what I have, and it's gonna have to be fine. And I know I'm very close to the screen. It's the best I can do, okay? But yeah, so the 3 sections, and then what you do to start, here, I'm gonna kind of get my back. Can you see? Yeah. Alright, so you take the 3 sections, and then you start with one side. Doesn't really matter which side, but one of the outsides. And then you fold it to the center. So now the center is over on the outside where that one just was. And then you take the other outside that you didn't do and fold it to the middle. And then do the opposite side again, fold it to the middle, and then opposite again, fold it to the middle. And then just keep doing that over and over again. You just take the outsides and fold it to the center. Does that make sense? I hope, hopefully. And hopefully the video is, you know, decent to, you know, for you to see everything and stuff, because again, I don't have the best angles. But yeah, so you just take the outsides and fold them into the center like that until you reach the bottom. And it's gonna be a bit till I reach the bottom because, again, this thing's long, but braiding is pretty quick. You can do this with hair too, obviously. It's the same concept. You take the outside and fold it to the middle. I personally cannot braid my own hair though, which is fascinating because I can do a bunch of other stuff, but I can't do it on when my hair was longer. I was kind of able to braid my hair when it was like super long hair, but that was it, and it wasn't very good. Now it's too short to even try braiding it. But yeah, I can't braid my own hair, but I can braid like other stuff very, very easily. Obviously, I mean, like I'm not even having this hung on to anything, like, you know, it's just kind of free floating. But yeah, it does go quickly braiding, but it can take, it just takes practice, basically, is all I can say, to get fast at it. And even like, if it gets tangled like this, just pull at the bottoms and it'll come out. By the way, since it just happened to me. But yeah, it just takes practice to get a little bit faster at braiding. Even I'm not that fast at it, but I'm faster than I used to be, so I'll take it. But yeah, that's it. It's just take the middle, or the outsides to the middle, all the way down, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do to tie it off at the end. Do I have a... No, I'll have to cut a piece. I don't have another piece of yarn to tie at the end, so let me do this and I will be back in a second, since I'm almost done. Alright, so when you make it to the end here, you see that there's a little tiny piece and then the other ones are kind of longer. You just kind of go, at least I do, until you don't have enough, and then I take another piece of yarn. I don't have one cut right now, but I'm going to take another piece of yarn and tie it, like right about here. Probably a little bit higher, probably here. Let me get that yarn real quick so I can show you. Okay, so I just have a piece of yarn that I just cut, and then I'm just going to wrap it around the braid and tie it tight, pull it tight. I'm going to double knot it, but yeah, that's it. You just tie it tightly around the end, and then if you want the ends to like not be as jaggedy and stuff, you can cut it even, but I'm gonna I don't have my yoga block, so I'm very low. I'm gonna brush it out anyway, so it's gonna be jaggedy on its own, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's all you do to braid. Hopefully that was helpful. Again, it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, but getting started can be a little bit confusing. So yeah, I hope this short little video was helpful, and I hope you're able to get your braid done now a little bit easier. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, I hope so, because it wasn't the best angles or anything. But yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week with the next video, and I will be working on my tail here. Again, it's going to be bluey back there. The middle's black just because that's what I had the most of. I figure it'll blend in. And that video is not going to be for quite a while probably, but I'm going to try and get it done somewhat fast. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you with braiding yarn or whatever you're trying to braid, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!